Hey everybody, it's Jake Mace. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? We can use the live chat on the right side of the screen. So if you guys can see or hear me, give me some feedback and let me know. You guys, we're gonna just hang out here for about 5 or 10 minutes until everybody is logged in. I'll start about a couple minutes past 7:30. So it's just you and me. We're gonna just hang out a little bit here in the meantime and wait for everybody to chime in. I'm gonna chat here on the right. Can everyone see and hear me? You guys can see and hear me and you're already logged in. Please tell me in the chat so I get some feedback. What's cool about these live chats on YouTube is that it's a little more low key. We're kind of just hanging out. There's no intense editing and things like that. So we're just gonna kind of have a little hour-and-a half Kung Fu, Tai Chi, Qigong session. We're gonna talk a little bit, probably talk for half of it, and do a little bit of training too. So if you guys can right now get some water nearby, clear yourself a little space wherever you're watching from, and make sure you have a safe environment to do a little bit of movement in. We'll do a little bit of moving, a little bit of martial arts, a little bit of Qigong, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I kind of didn't have a set topic I wanted to do for this live class tonight. In the past, we've done live classes for Mantis and for Drunken and for Tiger and for Tai Chi, but this is just a Tai Chi, Kung Fu, and Qigong general live class. And there was a school that was in India, and I think another school emailed us that's in Croatia, and they wanted to do a live class with us. So I told them that I wouldn't charge them, I'd just do it for free if they sent me over email a list of times and days that worked for them. And they decided they wanted to do it at 7:30 p.m. tonight, because that would be about 7:30 a.m. in India where they're from. That would work great for them. But then they emailed us today saying that there's been a lot of rain and flooding in India. And so they're having a lot of crisis there with the flooding they have going on in a lot of the cities in India. So hopefully they can join us, and hopefully everybody who's watching from those cities in India affected by flooding is okay. So this person is asking, Jacob is asking, can you make a Shaolin monks martial art playlist? I think you asked me that today somewhere. I remember seeing that comment somewhere today. Yeah, I can. So I'll make a playlist about Shaolin monks martial arts. I'm not sure what videos you would want to have in a Shaolin monks martial art playlist, because I'm not a monk in China. I actually live in America and I live in Arizona. Even though I do practice Shaolin style Kung Fu, I am not a monk of the Shaolin temple in China currently, maybe in the future, I don't know. But so what kind of videos would you want to have in a Shaolin monks martial art playlist, D. Jacob, if you could tell me what your ideas were. And somebody else is asking, Anonymous Vaping is asking, can you make a tricking list? And I'm not a tricker, even though I have a lot of friends who are really good pro trickers. And once in a while, not recently, but in the past, I've hung out with them at their gymnastics gym. I've tried to trick with them, but I'm not a tricker by any means. So we do have a couple of videos on our YouTube channel where I featured those guys like Spencer Hind and Stephen Atkinson. I've featured them, and they're pretty good trickers. So check those videos out. And I'll do, hopefully if they'll have me, I'll do more videos with those guys in the future. And some nerd of all trades is asking, can we do more Tonfa stuff? Yes, I will definitely do more Tonfa things. We haven't even released the full traditional Tonfa Taolu or form that I know. So we only released a few of the strikes and a little basic form. So we have lots more Tonfa to come. The Tonfa that I use in the Tonfa video that we did on YouTube are white oak Tonfa from Canada. And that company now, I don't think you can get those anymore from that company. I think it was called Probudo, and I bought their whole stock at one point. And I have a pair of those white oak Tonfa that I have beaten the heck out of, and they still work great, and they look like they're brand new. They barely show any damage, and I keep those underneath my bed as my weapon of choice in case somebody were to break in. I'm gonna just wait and chill with you guys for about 4 more minutes, and we'll officially start this class in about 4 minutes. So if you're just coming in right now, you haven't missed anything. We're just kind of talking. So if you have a comment or a question, please submit it in the chat. I'm gonna go from the beginning of the chat here, and let's see here. Shadow the Hedgehog, Dragon Emperor is saying, I watch you, Jake, from the Netherlands. That's awesome, and it's nighttime there. That's great. Great to have you in from the Netherlands, Shadow the Dragon. And the Warrior Bat returns. Says, I'm happy that I can join you all. Great to have you, Warrior Bat. Thanks for all the videos you recommend and comments. Someday we'll meet in person, I'm sure. And Melvin says, so this is starting at 9 o'clock. It's 7:30 p.m. Phoenix time. And Brandon Goji is asking that he would also love to learn more about Shaolin. So let's talk about that for a second. So Shaolin, what does Shaolin mean? Can somebody put in the comments below what it means? And for those of you who don't know what it means, if I can beat them to it, it means the young forest. And so back in the day when the Shaolin Temple was first built, the story goes that a passerby that was quite wealthy saw a vision at the base of Songshan Mountain in Henan Province. And Henan Province, Songshan Mountain is about a 2-hour bus ride from the city of Luoyang. And Luoyang is one of the 7 ancient Chinese capitals of China. And he saw a vision of a temple, and there was a monk with his master standing outside the temple gates. And the young monk looked up and talked to the master and said, Master, where will the people train now that all of the deities have gone to heaven? And the master looked at the young apprentice and said, well, my child, they will train at the Shaolin Temple. And thus the wealthy aristocrat, whoever he was, he gave the money to build the Shaolin Temple in that location. There's a longer story that I'll tell you guys later on about how a monk claimed the spot, and then a worker claimed the spot, and then so on. But that's the short version of the story. And then when Damo, who's also called Tamo, but it's actually pronounced with a D, Damo or Bodhidharma, when he traveled to China from India back in the 6th century, he's the one that began the martial arts and self-defense and kung fu heritage at the Shaolin Temple. Before Damo, it was just a Buddhist monastery that was well known for transcribing Sanskrit Buddhist texts into Chinese language. So Dhamma was the one that began the martial art heritage, and most literature I've read has said that was in about 540 AD. So if you're training Kung Fu and you're training Tai Chi and you're training Qigong, almost all of it stems itself to the Shaolin Temple, just because of the sheer fact of how ancient and old the Shaolin Temple is. Let's see here. 1 more minute here, and then we'll start here. Everyone says they can hear me and see me fine. That's perfect. Punisher Bodybuilding is here from Serbia. That's awesome. Jake the Snake. That's people call me a lot. My whole life I've been called Jake the Snake. He said he's from Canada. That's cool. My name's Jacob, and I'm from Canada. Even though I live in America now. I was born in Cranbrook, British Columbia. And Tanner Jones says, hello, Jake. Hey, Tanner. How come the YouTube chat here put such a weird-looking smiley face? It looks like a duck. CL0619 is saying, I signed up for your online dojo, and it's helping wonders for me. That's great. I'm so happy that you're liking it. We now have hit over 500 videos of our online school. You can call it dojo, a school. You can call it a dochang or a daojang. And they all mean place of martial art learning. And I love uploading videos to the online school, and I'm hoping you guys are liking them. It's only $5 a month to join it. I hope that's affordable for most people. The goal of the online school is to not overcharge folks, to give you a really, really affordable place to train. If you want extra training on top of the martial arts school you already belong to, or if you have no martial arts in your area, hopefully our online school is the next best thing to in-person training. It's only $5, so everybody can afford it. And Gary's asking, how are the Cardinals? And they're doing pretty good this year. I've been catching some games here or there. Let's see here. We're going to keep going. Sebas Vasquez, or maybe it's Sabas Vasquez, is asking, could we talk about how martial arts improves your health? And do you use any conventional medicine? I'm a med student who loves Bagua and Tai Chi. See, that's what I hope that the world is like right there. I hope that medical people like doctors and physician's assistants and nurses and people that are in the medical community, that they also begin practicing martial arts and Chinese herbal theory and Chinese 5-element theory and Chinese massage theory and Chinese, historical Oriental medicine. I hope that they do Bagua and Tai Chi, because it'd be great if the brilliance of Western medicine could meet the time-proven methods of Eastern medicine, if they can come together and make a perfect balanced medical program based on both philosophies of thought. So I think it's great. I think that I think that the goal of the martial artist should be to never have to go to the quote unquote the Western doctor or the hospital. Your goal should be to live a healthy life and never need to go to the hospital or to the doctor. But if something goes wrong that you need acute help for, if something goes wrong, you break something, you have a serious organ illness or a serious bodily illness, or you need something fixed immediately, there's nothing better to keep you alive than Western medicine. It's got amazing drugs, amazing science behind it. But the goal should be to live a life that is in line with the Eastern principles of Eastern medicine. Be responsible of your diet. Be responsible of your exercise. Be responsible of your meditation practice. Be responsible of your goals. Have things you're always working to attain. Be responsible in terms of sex. Be responsible in terms of work and family. And when you are in touch with your own body, be tuned in to when little things go wrong and make an adjustment of fitness training, of diet training or diet, of herbs, things like that. As a last stage effort, go to the massage or the acupuncture, and then if nothing else helps, then go see the Western person. But most people today just want the quick fix. They want the pill or the quick surgery that will cure them of everything. But in reality, long-term health and superior health, I think, will depend more on lifestyle practices that you do every day, like diet, fitness are two of the keys, sleep, water, having fun with life, things like that. So I think that both Western and Eastern medicine have to be obeyed. Scott says, I want to start fighting, but I don't have any prior knowledge. What do you recommend? I've always said this, and here's my recommendation for those who are just getting into the martial arts, is it does not matter what martial art you study. You can study MMA, you can study Taekwondo, you can study Karate, you can study Aikido, you can study Hapkido, you can study Jeet Kune Do, you can study Wing Chun, or you can study Kung Fu, or you can study Tai Chi. And the only thing you want to concern yourself with is who is the teacher that is teaching the majority of the classes in that discipline of martial arts. The teacher is much more important than the style of martial arts that you choose. If the teacher is good, the martial arts will be good, the students will be good. So you have to find a teacher who embodies the physicality, the morality, and the example of what you hope to attain in life. And if you can find that, then I would say give it a chance, and always keep your eyes open. Don't become a culty, brainwashed student. Always think for yourself, be respectful, but think for yourself at the same time, and look for that person who's brilliant and who is somebody that you want to be like. And if that's who you find, then go for it. Jump in and train as hard as you can, but within yourself. Somebody else says, oh, Tai Chi Master. Hey, Tai Chi Master. Tai Chi Master is one of our biggest followers here. He's always commenting and sharing and watching our videos. Thank you so much, Tai Chi Master. He says, Let me see, I lost the comment here. Let me try to find it. A great gift for the holidays, Buddha Fist Section 5. Yes, I've been dogging you for a year or more. I have Buddha Fist sections 1 through 4 on YouTube. I'll put section 5 out very shortly, and stay after me and keep me honest, because keep hounding me and I'll get it out there pretty soon. And yes, I did get my hair cut a couple days ago. I like going back and forth between the long hair and the short hair, so it's going to be short hair season, and hopefully I'll have it long again for the summertime and the springtime coming up. I like how the short hair looks. My wife does not like it, but I like it. I think it's more martial. And Sebas is watching from Ecuador. Douglas is asking, do we have any advice for punching hard and fast? Yes, do a lot of punches. Just punch all the time. And punch to the air, punch to the bag, punch to a human. As long as it's safe and within a good training environment. Do a lot of push-ups, because push-ups and strength resistance training like bench press, push-ups, things like that will give you the strength and the power behind your punches. But training punches for rapid attack will give you the speed behind your punches. You need to match speed with power, but neither speed or power are the most important parts of punching. The most important part of punching is timing. The old, decrepit, unable human is still able to hit you if he or she has good timing. So if the person is 100 years old and is not as strong as you, is not as fast as you, it does not matter. If they have proper timing, they will still rock your world. So you have to get in that sparring environment, find some people who you respect and are safe with, and do some safe sparring, some hard sparring, some friendly sparring. Go as hard as you can, but don't sustain serious injury, and develop the timing that only sparring can give you. Tai Chi Master says, don't cut my hair again for 1 year, and they want to see how long it is by next year. Okay, maybe I'll try to do that. All right, let's get to some martial arts, and then we'll come back to comments in a second. Is there anything everybody wants to see today? Should we start off with some warm-up type poses, and then we'll build into some Kung Fu type poses, and then we'll go into some Tai Chi type poses, and we will close out with some Qigong. So wherever you are, as long as you're safe and have a lot of room and not going to hurt yourself, get up, stand up, and let's do a little bit of a warm-up that I think is best to do before you start any martial arts class. And so those of you who are martial art teachers out there, you're welcome to steal any of these moves and bring them into your class, and most of them are just pretty practical moves. So hop on up. I'm going to move this to get in view here. How's that? Can you all see me okay? What I want you guys to do is right where you're standing, let's do a little bit of arm circles here. So circle the arms forward and work those rotator cuff muscles. And then circle them back. Then from there, work the neck. A little bit of circles going to the left. And then going to the right. Then work the shoulders going forward, loosen them up. And then roll them back. Now get the elbows going side to side and work that rotational energy around the spine and the stomach and the hips. And then without hitting something in your room, open the arms up and get them going side to side this way. Good, and from there we're going to go to a left side forward stance and hit this stance we call a bow stance, nice and low, and try to get as low as you possibly can. And your goal is going to be to not use your legs, or excuse me, to not use your arms. I misspoke. Don't use your arms, keep them in front right here, so that your legs support all your weight. And hold this for 10 seconds. We're going to count in Mandarin here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then come on up, and we'll switch to the other side, same thing. So right side forward, and sink it down as low as you can. And then keep those arms in front and hold right here. And hold for 10. E, R, san, si, wu, liu, qi, ba, jiu. Sure, very nice. Come up carefully. And we gotta get the blood pumping. So get on down for push-ups. And we're gonna go for 10. So get on the floor there. Hopefully you guys can see me. Let's go for 10 push-ups. E, R, san, si, wu, liu, qi, ba, jiu. Sure, hold there. One arm in the middle, edge of the feet, and one arm up, and hold there. We're lifting that hip high, and we're creating a lot of that core strength we need for punches and kicks by holding this side, kind of side plank. Now the other way, other hand, edge of the feet, switch it. Hold there. 10 seconds, deep breath for me. Inhale, exhale. Come back to the push-up position and give me 5 more, but this time if you can, go onto your knuckles. And the first 2 knuckles should be on the ground, not the ring finger and not the pinky finger. E, R, san, si, wu. Very nice. Back to the palms and walk the hands back and get that forward stretch position and hold that stretch right there. Fingertips down toward the ground. And this stretch does a lot of things. Number 1, it loosens the hamstrings and the back. Number 2, it brings all the blood that's hopefully freshly oxygenated into your brain, your eyes, ears, nose, and face. And I don't want you guys to overstretch yet. We're just doing a little bit of stretching just to warm it up. We'll do our deep stretching when we're sweating at the end of the class. From there, I want you to go to a right side forward stance, hands up in a fighting position. Whatever that means to you. I've had different Kung Fu teachers over the years, and in my opinion, each one of them thinks that they have the best fighting stance. And so what I have found, my own personal experience, is that everybody has a different fighting stance. And so you have to get in there and spar a lot with some friends. Don't go out and fight for real, but try to avoid the fight, of course. But spar in a safe environment with other martial artists who are willing and find out what fighting stance works best for you. And that can only be found with years and years of training and practice. So we're gonna have right side forward, good solid stance, and just begin by doing a few straight kicks. So back leg coming up and then back, and nothing too crazy yet. Just like that, like a half or 3/4 kick, okay? Let's go for 10 of these. E, hands up. R, again. San, si, wu, liu, qi, ba, jiu. Sure. And then switch. Left side forward, hands up. Use the right leg for the kicks. Nice straight kick there. E, R, just 3/4. San, si, wu, liu. 4 more. Qi, ba, jiu. Sure. Very nice. Do me a favor here. Stand strongly and give me a, what we call the Zen breath or a Chan breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale. Fists. Open hand. Palms. I'll do these breaths throughout my Kung Fu classes, and the goal is to get the majority of your wind back and try to get your vital functions back to a natural state very, very quickly. So right from here, let me have you guys put your hands in tiger claw position right here. And I can't see all of you guys, but you can see me. So pretend like I can see you and put your hands in that claw. And check out how my wrist is bent back. When I first began doing Kung Fu as a young teenager, I came from a wrestling background, and all I knew was ground fighting, wrestling, takedowns, escapes, things like that, with the exception of a couple of years of karate when I was a young kid in Canada. So the majority of my martial arts was wrestling. So I really was doing tiger claws like this, and this is not correct. We want to have the wrist back and lock this part of our wrist right here. So do not let the claw up. Keep it tight. Keep it pulled in as tight as you can go. And you should be tight enough where you guys can clap without hitting your fingers together. Just like that. So the fingers are not touching, yet your palms are touching. And that's the true tiger claw. What the tiger claw does with the thumb in and the fingers in is that the goal of the tiger claw is to do two things. Number one is to toughen up the muscles, tendons, bones of the hand and create a weapon, an empty hand weapon that is more devastating than a fist. And the other thing it does is it locks the wrist back and creates a really good defensive blocking weapon in the wrist. Are you still holding it tight? You should be burning out by now. Did you relax and did you stop the claw? Start over again. Keep it pulled back, keep it tight. Now from here, I want you guys to open the hand up all the way and close it in a fist. Open it again, pull to the claw. Open, closed, open, claw. Again, open, close, open, claw. And we're wrist pulled back the whole time. So now straighten your arms like this so they're out straight in front. I'll turn this way. Straight in front right here. Open, fist, open, claw. Again, open, fist, open, claw. Let's do 10 more of these. 1, 2, I'm starting to feel it. 3, 4, 5, keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Hold it, straighten the arms, lock it back, and then relax it out. Very nice. If you did that right, you should feel some burning in the forearm, fingers, hands, and wrists. I believe personally, in my opinion, that kind of stuff is the cure of carpal tunnel syndrome. If we really conditioned our fingers, hands, wrists, and forearms appropriately, we wouldn't have these modern computer diseases that are springing up, but hopefully those of you who do the martial arts are doing it not only for fighting, but also for health. So keep those claws back. Now this is the weapon that we want to hit somebody in the temple with, in the nose with, in the jaw with. Anything that's kind of hard and bony, we want to hit with that palm. Jaw, temple, nose, forehead, maybe even chest. When it's done a chopping motion, we can go to the temple or we can go to the neck. We can also go to the ribs. When we do things to the groin, it's better to hit with a punch, with a smacking motion with the claw, or with kicks. So that's some basics of some animal kung fu. And if you guys want to right now, we can do a couple of movements of tiger style kung fu. So hop up again. Let's rehearse the stances. So first, natural stance. We're gonna have the feet together, natural stance right here. Beginning stance. I should make you guys hold this stance for 6 hours, but I'm not going to. YouTube said I can do a live class for up to 8 hours, so maybe we should just stay in natural stance for 8 hours. The next stance we have is horse stance. So bring the legs apart this way and about this far apart, and bring the hands in front down for horse stance and sink it down nice and low. I had one teacher tell me the horse stance should be, if you open your hand up wide, it should be from pinky to thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 to 5 palms apart, pinky to thumb. So I'm about 4.5 palms apart with my back straight and my hips down. And we hold that horse stance there. You want to get those thighs flat. Good. Come up from that, we go to cat stance. And a cat stance looks like this. Let me go back a little bit, right here. So we have the left leg in front, and the right foot is flat and rooted. And about 90% of our weight is on the back foot, and the hands are up in claws this way here. Pull those claws back again. And this is a ready position for springing off the back foot or for throwing nice front kicks with that lead leg. And if we turn, face the other direction, the same thing can happen. Right side forward cat stance. 90% back, 10% forward. Ready for that front kick. Right inside of there. Okay. If you guys have your claws to the sides, I want you guys to step back with your right foot and strike left. Straight up. Do that again. Right foot steps back, striking with the left. Again, right foot steps back, striking with the left. Let's do it again. 3 hits this time. Step back right. 1, 2, 3. Again, are you guys following me? Step back right. 1, 2, 3. Good. Again, step back. Very nice. Again, here we go. Pow, pow, pow. One more time, faster strikes. All of a sudden, my house got really hot in here. Hopefully, we have the heat off. Again, step back. And now we're going to go for 5 strikes. So step back right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it again. Step back right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. Again, step back right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for as fast as we can go. Good. Again, I'll go toward the camera here. Step back. Good. Again, step back. Good. And so for beginners, tiger style, I would say you guys should work on things like that. Work on your grip strength. Work on your stances. Work on a horse stance for at least a minute. Work on natural stance with good breathing. Work on cat stance for at least 30 seconds per side. And work on your stepping and striking and how to sync them up. Then go on our YouTube channel and pick out some of the tiger forms. Learn one of the tiger sequences that's on our YouTube channel. And once you can perform it on your own, then I want you to go into that sequence and pull out 3 to 5 movements that are your favorites. And then when you get with your friends and your martial art fellow students, try those 3 to 5 movements in sparring in your class and learn how to land them in sparring. That way you'll have the conditioning, you'll have the basics, the stances, the form, and the fighting. You'll be a complete tiger warrior. There we go. Let's look at the chat for a second here while I catch my breath. This guy asks, who's he talking to? I'm talking to you guys. There's a bunch of people. By tomorrow, there'll be 5 or 10,000 people who will have watched this by tomorrow at this time. So let's see here. Let's see. Anybody have any questions? Put it in the chat here. We'll take a break and do some chat. Be water, yes. My shirt is be water. And my shirt is be water and black for a reason, because in Chinese 5-element theory, or in Xing Yi Chen, the fist of the form that depends on the will, there are 5 elements. There are 5 fist techniques or 5 striking techniques and 5 colors and 5 animals. And so the animal of tiger associates itself with kidneys, associates itself with the element of water and the color of black. And so the water shirt is black for a reason, and it should bring awareness to kidney health. And you should be embodying your inner tiger animal. So black, water, kidneys, tiger. The other shirt you guys see me wear, the fire shirt, be fire, corresponds to the crane, corresponds to the lungs, or excuse me, corresponds not to the lungs, to the heart, and corresponds with the color red. So we have fire, red, crane, and heart. Those are those parts of the 5-element theory. The other shirt you guys see me wear sometimes is the Be Earth shirt. I love that one, the yellow shirt. I love the color yellow. And Be Earth, earth is yellow. When you look at the earth on a map, it looks like light brown or yellow. And in Chinese, the word can be brown or yellow, huang. And it also associates itself with the animal of monkey, and associates itself with the color yellow and the spleen, like the digestive system of the body, the stomach and spleen. So Be Earth is yellow, is monkey, is spleen. So there's 3 of the 5 parts of Chinese 5-element theory, and the other 2, wood and metal, I'll let you guys figure out, and I'll tell you guys on YouTube later. What style of Kung Fu, what style of martial art should we go on to next? I am not a Taekwondo or karate person, even though some people accuse me of doing Taekwondo or karate. I am mostly Chinese Gong Fu. So let's keep it in the Chinese Gong Fu category. Anything from Chinese Gong Fu. Jake the Snake asked, do you know the 7-star fish Shaolin form? The thing about the Shaolin forms you'll see today is that the Shaolin Temple today is more of a modern performance center. It's not necessarily respected as a center for Chinese Buddhism. It's actually more of a tourist attraction. They pull in $500 million a year, with a B, billion, $500 million a year, around there. And the abbot of the Shaolin Temple, the abbot, is actually known as the CEO of Shaolin. And the Shaolin Temple itself, a lot of its true nature comes out in the book called American Shaolin by, I think, Matthew Polly. You guys should check that book out, American Shaolin. Talks about how the only person who knew traditional Shaolin Kung Fu at the Shaolin Temple was the janitor, who knew traditional iron palm and iron fist. So today, the Shaolin Temple is mostly a collection of wushu schools. It's mostly a collection of performers who actually have a multi-million-dollar performance arena there that does shows for the tourists. And the majority of the temple's purpose is to bring in money, and their performers do a good job of that by traveling the world performing their feats of strength. And so all the feats of strength you guys see the Shaolin monks do is very impressive. They're very physical. But they're more so like gymnasts today that are performers instead of actually private Buddhist monks practicing Buddhism for enlightenment or for their own self-cultivation purposes. So today, the Shaolin Temple will make up any kind of style if they know it'll get popular, like frog style, cockroach style. They'll make up whatever they need to make it popular. So the only style that I know that has the term 7-star in it, I do not know a Shaolin style called 7-star fish Shaolin. I know Shaolin original 5 animal style. I also know a style of Chinese sword, Chinese straight sword, the Jian, called 7-star straight sword. And I also know a style of praying mantis called Tanglang Qixing Qian, or Qixing Quan, which is the 7-star praying mantis style. Let's see here, let's go down. Saludos desde Mexico. Hey, mucho gusto, mi amigos de Mexico. Would you train the Shaolin Temple? Yes, actually I've been to the Shaolin Temple a few times in my life. I first went there when I was 19 years old. And I lived in China for a semester studying Mandarin. And that's when I first visited the Henan Northern Shaolin Temple, and then I performed at and visited the Fujian Southern Shaolin Temple before it closed a few years later. And I think that the Shaolin Temple charges a lot of money. You'll pay multiple thousands of dollars for 1 month of training. But if you have the money and you're looking for a good experience, you're gonna do a lot of gymnastic type conditioning, go for it, man, go for it, have a good experience. You'll probably learn a lot. Is there any way I can use traditional martial arts with wrestling and boxing? Absolutely. In my opinion, my experience, my 6 to 8 years experience with wrestling, all from middle school, high school, and college, and then I coached my old teams after that, it's priceless, because now when I look at a lot of the movements that are contained within the forms of Chinese Kung Fu and Tai Chi, I see a lot of ground technique, a lot of takedowns, a lot of wrestling type moves. It's not always striking. And let's see here. Can we see a little freestyle? I give you guys a ton of freestyle on YouTube. I do over 1,000 videos on there right now. Let's talk a little bit about my favorite animal style of Kung Fu called praying mantis. All right, so put your hands up right here. Let's talk about the praying mantis hand position. What I want you guys to do is I want you guys to curl your hands in like this into a fist tight. And the way you make a fist for your beginner is you kind of pull the fingers back and grab onto the skin that is right here on the pad of your hand. So drag the hand back, grab onto that skin like you're holding a roll of dimes, and then tuck the fist in very tight, and you can either put this thumb here or you can put the thumb here. And then when you have the fist forward, it should look like a block. And these first 2 knuckles, really the center knuckle, that's the focus for striking in. So when you're focused on hitting somebody, it's that center knuckle that's your goal, to hit them with that center knuckle. And what I would say to everybody is that the goal of a martial artist is to be able to defend yourself on the street. So you see how my first 2 knuckles are bigger and more dominant than my other 2 knuckles? That started happening a few years after I was doing some iron palm and iron fist training. So now it kind of stays with me. So you want to try to develop those first 2 knuckles so that those are the power ones that can hit like they're a piece of cement. So I got sidetracked. Bring the hands into a fist, 1 finger out, and then bring it down and touch the thumb onto the last crease of your index finger right here. So the thumb is right there. Now I want you guys to hold that position and hook the hands down this way. And you can see how when I have this position, your goal is to flex the forearm tremendously here. So this is forearm relaxed and then flexed. And the muscles here should really start to pop out. So forearm relaxed, forearm flexed, relaxed, flexed, relaxed, flexed. Not so much the bicep yet, but just the forearm. Cramp it down. So I want you guys to cramp those forearm muscles down so that this in here feels like a block. And in Mantis, this and this is your blocking weapons. These forearm turns, inside blocking, outside blocking, turning with the waist. So there's a few moves we can do to strengthen and condition our wrists. So hop on up. We're gonna have those hands in that Mantis position. So fist position, 1 finger out and thumb on the last crease of the index finger. Cramp it down right here. I'm gonna turn to the side so you guys can see. And so we're really gonna cramp up that forearm of that with that Mantis beak position. Another thing, I get trolled a lot on YouTube when I use the word beak, like monkey beak, mantis beak, crane beak. And the people that have a problem with the term beak obviously are not very proficient teachers of the martial arts, because it's not my goal to convince you that mantis have beaks and monkeys have beaks. The goal is to, when I'm teaching a class of people, is to give them instruction that will allow them to move quickly, effectively, and strongly. And so when I say mantis beak, you know what I'm talking about. Crane beak, monkey beak. You know what these positions are. So it's a beak that you're creating with your hand. It's not saying that monkeys have beaks. Let me get that out of the way. All right, back to our mantis. Mantis beak, we have the finger hooked down. Now I want you guys to cramp it up as hard as you can and then roll it underneath. And in the last second, flip it up back to this position right here. The wrist back, see that? Do it again. Down in mantis position, cramping up the wrist and forearm. Circle it back toward your chest. Last second, flip it back. That's 2. Do it again. Cramp it down. Circle it in. 3. Again, cramp it down. Circle it in. 4. If you're just watching, you're not understanding. Get up and try this, or just stay seated and try this. Curl it in, flip it back. 5. 5 more. 6. You guys think that I'm doing this class for you. This is actually for me. You guys are motivating me to do my mantis wrist training tonight. Down, curl it in. 7. Again. 8. Again. 9. This is basic stuff, you guys. Down. And 10. Very good. Now the other direction. Curl it in toward you. Like you're saying, come here. Curl it in. Wrist lock. Down to the ground. Flip it up. 1. 9 more. Down. 2. Again. 3. Keep going. 4. Curl it. Cramp that wrist. 5. 5 more. 6. 7. Keep it going. 8. 9. And 10. Very nice. Interlock the fingers. Stretch 1 up and 1 down right here. Take a deep breath. Other direction. 1 down, 1 up. Take a deep breath. Let's work on the striking of mantis. So I want you guys to have the right side relaxed and the left side is going to work right here. Bring the hand into a position like a prayer position here. I want you guys to come in and snap the strike forward that way. So what we're doing is we're taking the hand like a spear hand and we're flipping it out. So watch from the side. I'm flipping this out, striking by hitting with that wrist, the fifth metacarpal, but I'm flipping the wrist toward my target. The last second I pop it. Do it again. In here, flip it out. Now to the side. This way. Again, in, side, forward, side, forward, side. Somebody asked me how they develop speed with punching. This is how. Get up and do it with me right now. Forward, side, forward, side, forward, side, forward, side. Other hand, same thing. Start slow. In, flip it out, forward. In, flip it out, side. Again, in, forward. In, side. So don't forget, it's flipping out forward, then it's flipping out to the side. Again, forward, side, forward, side, forward, side. Again, shoulders down, deep breath. Again. People might be asking right now, Jake, what does this have to do with Mantis? You ever seen The Karate Kid? Mr. Miyagi is about to teach Daniel-san how to wax and wash the car. And he says, Daniel-san, we first make sacred pact. Teacher say, student do, no question. I think that it takes an honest teacher to fulfill that pact, but it takes a dedicated student to do what they say without asking questions. So don't ask why it's Mantis, just do it right now. Now we're gonna go for the beak position. Take your hands, throw both hands out, like this. So striking with those double beaks. In, relax, pow, double beaks. In, double beaks. Again, keep it going, shake the body. Again, striking with those beaks. Keep it going. 5 more. Good. Now we're gonna go side to side. Okay, so we have that mantis beak again, fist position, 1 finger out. Side, side. Again, side, side. 1, again, 2, 3, shoulders down, chest open. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, now back to this position. We're gonna hook the finger down, hook down, hook down. See how my fingers are going downward, like I'm planting a plant in the soil, in the soil, in the soil. And when I do it, watch how my forearm is flexed. This feels really strong right now. My arm is flexed. The bicep kind of relaxed, but the tricep flexed. Shoot, tricep flexed, forearm flexed. Again, downward, 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 about shoulder height. Keep it going. This is the basics. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10. And then come down on the ground with me here. We're gonna get those fingertip push-ups going. Make sure you guys can see. So get the fingertips down here on the ground and get yourself down here. Move this back a bit so you guys can see it. In the beginning, You're gonna have your thumb bent backwards and your fingers. You're gonna do a push-up that way. Just like that. Then you're gonna try to do 4 fingers, pinky up. Then you try to go 3 fingers, ring finger and pinky up. Then 2 fingers, so just the thumb and the index. I'll try to turn them this way so you guys can see. Up, I'm gonna turn this way. Up this way and down. Again, up this way and down. Then once you have 2 fingers, you're gonna go back to 5 fingers and take the index, or the fingers, not the thumb, but the fingers, and round them like that. So look at this. This is cheating. This is correct. This is cheating. This is correct. So we have thumb as an anchor, fingers rounded, and we're gonna use all 5 fingers in a rounded position, but the thumb bent backwards, and we're gonna push up that way, rounded fingers. That's really hard to do, with the fingers rounded. And then once you have all of that down, you're gonna try to go to even the thumb rounded. So if the thumb is like this normally, you're gonna round the thumb like this. This is wrong, this is right. This is wrong, this is right. So watch, I was here before, now I'm gonna go rounded, and fingers and thumb all rounded together. I'm gonna push it up that way, all the way up here, with everything rounded together. Thumb, fingers, everything. Up, down. And those are kind of the stages of fingertip push-ups you wanna do in order to develop those fingertips, hands, forearms, and so on. Let me get you guys back up. If you guys can see, this is not just a chatting class. I'm sweating. And this is what chi looks like. I had somebody recently, I have to say, when you guys make comments on YouTube, and when you guys make videos on YouTube, I bet 999 comments out of 1,000 are positive. And you guys who watch our channel are the best fans in the world. I love that you guys are so enthusiastic about Chinese martial arts, and I just love doing videos for you guys. It really has become a love of mine in the last few years, is to put videos out there that you guys enjoy, and that I get hundreds of emails a day, and I get thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of YouTube comments a day. And they're all about how Jake, you know, this Kung Fu stuff and Tai Chi stuff is changing my life, and I'm getting healthier, and I'm having fun, and I have a purpose for life again, and yada, yada, yada. I've defended myself in real life self-defense situations, and I love that. But 1 out of 1,000 is a troll, and they like to give me a hard time. And so recently somebody put a video out there that was about a video I had made where I put the candle out with my hand. And the video is titled, "I Used My Chi to Put This Candle." That was a joke title because that was back like 4 years ago when I was a younger man in my 20s. And I made that video just a little bit after I made a video talking about how chi is not some X-Men power we all have. Chi is this. Chi is sweat. That's what chi looks like. This is what chi looks like. And you're out of breath. That's what chi looks like. The pump you get during a martial art class, that's what chi looks like. The way you can make your body do incredible athletic things because your mind stays strong, that's chi. And the way that, you know, a pretty girl makes you feel, or a new job makes you feel, or something exciting vacation you're about to go on, those things that make you feel energized to live life, that is chi. And so chi is a very normal and practical part of human life that the Chinese found a word for, and it was chi. And so don't forget that when you're sweating like I'm doing here, that's the chi working, baby. That's the chi working. Let's see here. We're gonna go into some Qigong and some Tai Chi, and then we're gonna have another live class coming up soon. So I want you guys to share this video with everybody you can and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because we're going to have a class coming up soon about Chinese Kung Fu weapons. We'll have a nunchuck, bow staff, iron fan, broadsword, straight sword, chain whip, 3-sectional staff class coming up. Hey, I'm glad that Josh Quick is joining us. Thanks, Josh. I love when people I know in person are in there. My friend Josh. You guys know Josh has been in our videos before. Josh, we got to go do some hiking, or some Kung Fu training, or some meditating. Let's see here. Goku is my role model to stay fit and wanting to learn fighting moves. That's awesome. Too bad we can't go on a planet and experience 3 to 10 times more gravity than Earth to train, just like Dragon Ball Z did, huh? Okay, let's talk a little bit about Qigong. So really quick, stay with me, say Qigong. First, let's talk about Chinese pronunciation, because people like to give me a hard time about Chinese pronunciation. And my goal when I'm doing a YouTube video for you guys, when I'm working hard and sweating and breathing and using my body to teach you guys stuff, I'm not really concerned with doing perfect tones. But in college, when I studied abroad in China, tones was actually one of my specialties. I was really good at sounding legit. When I go to China, it actually was a curse, because they think because my tones were pretty good and I could hear tones very well, they would think I knew more Chinese than I did, and they would talk with me too fast and use too much yufa, too much vocabulary and grammar, so I would get confused. But let's talk about Gong Fu. So if you guys can say Wu Shu, repeat right now. Wu Shu. Wu is the martial part, and Shu is the art part. Wu Shu. I actually have another word I liked is Wu Yi. Wu Yi is more like martial techniques. So we used to call ourselves the 中国少林武艺中心, which was the 中国, the Chinese, Shaolin, which was the Shaolin, Wu Yi, the martial technique, 中心, the center for Chinese Shaolin martial technique. Let's also say this. Let's say Tai Chi Chuan. Say it again. Tai Chi Chuan. That's Tai Chi Chuan. And in Mandarin, it's Tai Ji, not Tai Chi. So it's not Chi, it's Ji, meaning the ultimate. Chi is energy. Ji is ultimate. Two different words. Let's talk about Bagua or Pakwa. It's Bagua. Say it again. Bagua Zhang. Bagua Zhang. We're turning this into a Mandarin class today. And also we have Gong Fu. Gong Fu. That's most commonly how I heard it pronounced by my friends in China. Gong Fu. So Shaolin Gong Fu. So if we talk about Qigong, that's Qigong or Qigong. It's Qi, Gong, the ability to stimulate energy by using effort. And so when I teach a beginner Qigong class, I talk about there's different types of Qigong. There's easy Qigong, we call soft style, which is easy for beginners because it only uses internal. And sometimes only the advanced students recognize how difficult the internal Qigong is. And there's also the external Qigong, more of the hard yoga-like Qigong that works the body that a beginner can easily feel because it burns out the muscles and the breath. So today, I want us to do 5 minutes of hard external Qigong together. First, say it again, Qigong. Let's do the external form of Qigong. We have one style of Qigong that I like, which is the Yi Jing Jing. Yi Jing Jing, the muscles and tendon changing classic. Yi Jing Jing. So we have 49 poses that we do most commonly. So let's get up right now and we'll try a potpourri of poses. Come on up. I want you guys to first start off with this pose, which is, I won't tell you the numbers, we'll just get into it. And this pose uses what we call dynamic tension or isometric contraction of the muscles. So if you were to like be standing there and flex all of a sudden really hard and then relax. Flex again and then relax. Flex and then relax. We're gonna use this ability kind of for the Qigong. So for this one, I want you to have your hands in front of your chest like this with your elbows up. Okay, so I'm right here. Kind of got like a circle going on in my arms. Elbows bent. And I want us to breathe in and crush a soda can in our shoulder blades. Okay, so breathe in and crush a soda can in your shoulder blades. Pull with all your back strength. Now, crush a brick in your palms and flex your chest. Crush the brick. And give me a good external hard exhale. We have to become warriors. Chinese Gong Fu, traditional Chinese Gong Fu is not performance. Wushu, Wushu is the modern day representation of the original form of Chinese martial arts. Ancient, traditional, authentic Chinese martial arts looks like Japanese karate because where did Japan get it from was China. And so the real martial arts from China should be hard, dynamic, and intense. And your personality should be exact contrast to your martial ability. So if you're the meanest, harshest, most intense martial artist on the planet, your personality should be that of a giving, compassionate, wonderful, soft-spoken person. Yin and yang. The harder you train, the more at peace with the earth you will be. So right now, it's not time to be peaceful. It's time to kick some butt and squeeze with all your might. Do it again. Back muscles, inhale. Chest muscles, exhale. Give me that hiss, exhale. Inhale, back muscles. Exhale, chest muscles. 3 more. Inhale. Crush the brick. 2 more. Again. You better flex this time. Back muscles flex. Chest muscles flex. And relax. If you get lightheaded, take a break and sit down. Don't pass out on me. Okay? That's our first external I Ching Ching pose for today. The next one is going to be on the floor. So come on down to ground level. And I'll bring you guys down here. So we're going to be like in a push-up position. The next pose is push-ups, basically. It's push-ups done with a Qigong spirit or a Qigong format. So we're going to go really slow and time the push-up exactly with the breathing. So from here, a down position, let's straighten the neck, straighten the back, and flex and straighten the knees. Breathe in. Now breathe out and push up slowly. Breathe in, go down slowly. Push up slowly. Down slowly. 3 more. Up slowly. You have to be a little bit of a sadist, a little masochistic, and enjoy the pain. Down slowly. Up slowly. 2 more. Down slow. Up. Last one. Up. Down, breathe in. And down. And your goal when you're doing the push-up, I Ching Ching style, the goal is not to just do a push-up slowly. It's to actively push the earth down with all you've got. And then as if you're pulling the earth towards you when you come down. So watch, when I'm pushing the earth down, hard, flexing everything dynamically. Dynamic flexing, like I'm pushing somebody who's sitting on me up. Then down slowly, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. A lot of folks ask what I do for a workout because they say I look athletic, whatever, but I say, this is what I do for a workout. Horse stance this way, push-ups this way, Qigong, Tai Chi, weapons, Kung Fu, sparring, sweeps, drills, kicks, back and forth every day of my life. That's what I do. All right, so from there, I want you guys to stay here and grab onto one ankle. Right here, I'll turn this sideways so you guys can see. So grab onto one ankle. Now grab onto the other ankle. And I want you guys to breathe in, breathe out, and lift up. As high as you can, legs close together. Hold it there, breathe in. Breathe out, lift up higher. Breathe in. Breathe out, lift up higher. Breathe in. Breathe out higher. 2 more. Higher still, intensity. Shh. Give it all you've got. Inhale. High. Down slowly. Very nice. And come back onto the knees. And just sit here on your knees. Right here. Very nice. And from there, after a few poses, while we're still sweating and while we're still breathing hard, rest the hands on the thighs. Drop the shoulders. And give me 5 breaths that we call stabilizers. So fast, like this. And use the entire torso from Dantian up to the suddenly heaven, from RN20 to RN2, everything in between. Inhale. 2 more. Again. Now put the hands on the stomach, just the stomach where the belly button is. Do not move your chest and only move the stomach. I'll turn to the side so you guys can see. This is chest breathing. This is stomach breathing. And now we've done about 10 breaths that way. We should be back to a natural state. We caught our wind very, very slowly. When I was in wrestling, the coach would get behind you and open up your rib cage and pull your rib cage open while you lifted your hands up to get your diaphragm open to get extra oxygen. And now with Chinese Kung Fu, I just do appropriate Kung Fu style of breathing. We call it mostly Dantian breathing, which is breathing to the region just below the belly button, the lower stomach. Just like that. And the hard style Qigong, which then has a palate cleanser of breathing, will lead us into Tai Chi. So right now let's hop up and go over a few Tai Chi poses. We are going to do our first pose of rising sinking. So just right here where we are, stand in a firm stance. Drop your shoulders down and don't overthink it. Just bring the hands up and breathe in. Bring the hands down and breathe out. Do it again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Only lift the hands as high as the eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. If I was to the side, it would look like this. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Last one, deeper breath, which means slower movement. Good. Now we're not going to do a full-on Tai Chi class today, even though probably 50 to 60% of what I teach nowadays is full-on Tai Chi classes. You guys can check out my Desert Botanical Tai Chi class, which meets again in the new year, every Tuesday morning at the Desert Botanical Garden in Phoenix. But for now, let's work on a few of the balance drills I have people that are able to do during a Tai Chi class. So stand right here, and I will be here so you guys can see. And I want you guys to lift one leg up and just hold the leg right here, at least holding it as high as your hip. Try to get it high. If you have to, just do it this high. If that's all you can do, that's perfect. But if you can do it, go higher. And just hold the knee there and hold it there. And take 3 deep breaths. Now make them slower, quieter, and deeper. One more. Now grab onto your leg, the shin and the ankle, And stand tall and pull the ankle as high as you can for 3 more deep, slow, quiet breaths. One more. And then down slowly. Very nice. If you guys were hopping around, that's okay. Just do the best you can. Other leg, same thing. Lift it up as high as you are physically able to do and hold there. And take 3 deep breaths. In deeply, out slowly. Now grab the ankle and the shin and get the leg up as high as you physically can. Standing tall, chest open, shoulders down. And down very slowly. Very nice. And the last pose I like to do today for Tai Chi, again, Tai Chi is not our focus today. We could do a whole class of Tai Chi, but we only have a few minutes left together. So get your legs about shoulder width apart right about here. And as if you're holding a giant sphere in your arms, bring it up to shoulder height and hold it in front of you, just like this. Knees bent, tailbone down toward the ground, and hips not thrusted in, but also not back like this. We want to have them natural so that the tailbone, spine, and neck is all straight and in alignment with itself. Hands up to here, like we're holding a sphere in our arms. Drop the shoulders and close your eyes. And listen to my voice for a second. Close your eyes. I want you to have the chest open, kind of heroically, and breathe in through the nose. Breathe out the mouth. And when you breathe in, I want you to focus on pushing extra oxygen into every cell that is inside your body. Then exhale slow. Again, inhale extra oxygen. Breathe in again, extra oxygen. But now when you exhale, I want you to get in touch with, mentally, every muscle fiber in your body. And relax every muscle fiber as you exhale. So increased oxygen on the inhale. Relaxed muscle fibers on the exhale. And 2 more, with your eyes closed, experiencing this feeling. The next exhale, drop the hands down slowly. And relax. And that basic meditation exercise of deep inhales with slow exhales, focusing on being in touch with your cells on the inhale and trying to visualize each cell increasing its oxygen content. And then when you exhale, picture every muscle that makes up who you are. Picture it relaxing on the exhale. That's what I want you guys to practice when you're doing your meditation. So the warrior's breath, you can be sitting down, you can be laying down in bed, you can be driving your car with your eyes open, of course. You can be at work, anywhere. You can be in the line at Chipotle, and you could be doing this meditation, breathing exercise, and nobody will even know what you're doing. And so you can make your daily routine that's unique to your life, make it a meditation and breathing exercise. I have a YouTube channel called Tai Chi for Golfers. And that's what we try to get golfers doing, is bringing in deep breathing technique, mindfulness, mental focusing drills, and the Tai Chi rooting and level abilities, bringing into their golf game. But for everybody else, it's also good just for general life. You guys, we have 19 minutes left. So what I want to do is I want to be at your disposal, and we'll spend 19 minutes together just answering questions. So it's 8:41 p.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona. And I hope we did enough Kung Fu and animal styles, Qigong and Tai Chi to make it worth your while today. I'm sorry that I have so much to teach. I've done really nothing with my life other than Chinese martial arts since I was a teenager. I love it so much, and I probably did too much martial arts in my teens and 20s. But the amount of martial arts I did in my teens and 20s has given me a lot of knowledge and abilities that I teach and have today. So we'll do more every time we meet live in the class like this. We'll do more. We'll do weapons. We'll do more complex animal styles of Kung Fu. And definitely right now, if you guys get out your cell phone or mobile device and follow me on Instagram, go to Jake Mace Tai Chi, JakeMace TaiChi, Jake Mace Tai Chi. Follow me on Instagram. Also follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/jakemace.taichi. If you want to email me a question, I get some pretty amazing success stories. I get some pretty amazing emails sent to me at jakemace.com. So please, if you want to just tell me how Kung Fu, Tai Chi has changed your life, Qigong and such, how our YouTube videos have impacted you in your life, please email us and tell us. And you can click on the email Jake button at jakemace.com. You can also email questions at jakemace.com. I also get a lot of personal questions I try to answer. So my wife and I try to get to all of them, but we're just a kind of a homegrown family operation, and we try to get to them as much as we can. But I'll try to take all the questions we get over email and over Facebook, and I'll try to answer them in videos like this soon. So let me go to the chat, and we'll answer some questions here for the next 15 minutes or so. I always get this question, which is, how does the online school work? And basically the online school, here's how it works. You go to jakemace.com, you click on the online school button, and that will take you to another website. That's my online school. And you just sign up. You click on either the $5 per month option or the $50 per year option, and you can use a credit card, a debit card, or a PayPal account, either one. All three work. And you sign up. You can either pay $5 a month or $50 for the year. You can cancel at any time. So if you decide you can't afford it anymore, you can always stop. And if you decide you like it, please continue. When you sign up, you'll get a personal access link that you want to keep private, because if we can see on our end if you're sharing it, and if you share it, we'll send you an email asking you to please keep it private, and we'll give you a new one, and we'll start watching you more closely. Keep your link private, and you'll have access to over 500 videos that are there so far. The DVD downloads at the online school are separate from the online school, and so you either get access to the online school videos that you can stream live there anywhere in the world on any device, as long as you have an internet connection through the online school. You just click on your link and you're in. The DVD downloads are more material. And if you buy a DVD download, you can either stream it on the online school or you can download it to your device. There you go. That's how it works. Let me go to some more comments here. There's so many comments. There's so many of you guys. Let's see here. If you guys missed any part of this, when we finish this class, YouTube will automatically save it to our YouTube channel so you can watch it afterward. I'm scrolling down here to the most recent comments. Let's see what everybody has to say. Hey Jake, I'm now about 80% vegan because of you. This is Rigzo TV. That's great, Rigzo. I think that one of the best things that my martial art teachers did was teach me and inspire me to be vegan. And so I don't talk too much to my martial art teachers anymore, but I'm so glad that they were vegan and told me about that way of eating, because think about how many animals' lives that I've saved over 15 years of not eating them. So, and I think it's also pretty healthy. Let's see here. I'm going, Jake the Snake asks, I'm going to try for my black belt this year in karate. And if I get it, I think I want to try signing up for your online school to learn Kung Fu. That's great, Jake the Snake. That's what I hope the online school is. The online school is for the person who doesn't have a school in their area and wants to train martial arts, or for the person who does train in their area, support a local school, but then they want to train above and beyond at home. So the online school can be for somebody who is with a program or without. It can be for either person. So go for it. I would say go for it. Let's see here. My wife Pamela came in and said, we need to host a Kung Fu movie night soon. That's a great idea. We should do a Kung Fu movie night where we stream a Kung Fu movie and watch together on these live videos. That'd be kind of fun. CL016 or CL0619 says, I would like some Tiger Kata videos. We have a lot of them and we'll put more, so stay tuned. How much time do we have left to submit our Tiger Kata videos? Brandon Alien, to be honest, you can submit them right now. You have plenty of time, because I think that I made the current Tiger Kata challenge video too hard. I think most people are having a hard time doing 20 fingertip push-ups, and they're also having a hard time doing the Tiger form. So please submit your video, and I'd love to watch it and comment on it. And we'll do another challenge video with Tai Chi coming up very soon. Jake, do you honestly need a teacher to learn Qigong, or is it more of a person-to-person thing? Roundhouse Logic asked this. You do not need a teacher to learn any martial arts or Qigong. I think that YouTube is an amazing tool that the younger generation will start to use as their sole method of learning. I think anybody who doubts that YouTube or online learning is the way of the present, they're kidding themselves. They're old and they're holding on to the old ways. Now, here's the truth though. In this guy's opinion, in my opinion, learning in person is the best. When you're in the same presence or room as another martial artist, another teacher, and you can feel, there's something that animals get when they're together. You know, like when you guys put your finger on the iPhone, you can control stuff with a touch. The iPhone can sense electrical impulse that's in your finger, and humans can do that too. When we talk together, when we touch each other, when we hit each other with elbows, when we kick each other, when we reposition each other during form training, there's something that we get. There's chi, or there's some kind of animal essence that we exchange that you can't get online. And so I think that person-to-person training is the best. But I think that for people that don't have access to training in their area, online is the next best option. So that's my answer about that. So yes, if you want to learn Qigong, please, by all means, learn it from our videos. I think our Qigong is great. Hey, Unorthodox, thanks for the vote of confidence about the live stream. I love doing these too. These are kind of fun. Douglas Lowe asked, Jake Mace, any tips on punching hard and quickly so people can't dodge or block it? So I commented about this earlier. I think that doing strength resistance training like push-ups and such, that's the power, that's the hard. And training things we did like today with the side hands, with the rapid strikes, with the Tiger rapid strikes, that's the speed. And then there's a third and more important area, which is the timing. The timing is for somebody who doesn't necessarily have power or speed, but they just know how to create and land things in openings. And that person is the most deadly. The person that has strength, speed, and timing, of course, is the best. But somebody who has timing will always be able to hit you if they know when it is appropriate to hit you. And that you need to have a lot of sparring practice for that. You need a lot of partners that are willing to train with you in a safe environment where you guys can grow and learn and evolve together. And you need to be in an environment where you're gonna have lots of different partners over many, many, many years, over many days a week, over many, many hours. The famous quote of, it's better to do one kick 10,000 times than 10,000 kicks once is true, in my opinion, but it's also better to do about 100 kicks 10,000 times each. So better to have speed, power, and timing. And so my martial art grandmaster once told me, my Kung Fu grandmaster said that the ability to snatch something out of the air, like snatch a fly with chopsticks, or the ability to catch a salt shaker that somebody else knocked off the table that you caught, and they're going, whoa, Jake, that's some pretty good Kung Fu you have there. That training to snatch that thing, that is needing strength. And so you need to do your push-ups, your bench press, your curls, your hard style Qigong like we did today earlier in this video. That's the strength. The strength gives you that hand-eye coordination to snatch those things out of the air. And what the endurance training does, like kicking like crazy, doing jumping jacks, doing running, doing form practice, things you do to condition you in a cardiovascular way, working on your endurance. That is the longevity. And that's what adds to your vitality. That's what keeps you youthful and strong and viral forever. So you have to balance the strength training with the endurance training. And then what I say is that there's also a third, almost more important part of that. Actually, it's equally as important. It's not more important, it's equally as important. And that's the internal, the meditation. So for every 30 minutes you put toward endurance and strength training, you should also put 30 minutes of prayer or chanting or meditation or soft style Qigong, like 24 style Tai Chi, Wu style Tai Chi, or Yang style Tai Chi. So those trainings are the yin, and the external trainings are the yang. Equal parts flour and sugar, equal parts yin and yang, equal parts soft and hard, equal parts external strength and endurance training and internal meditation. Equal, that's what I say about that. And let's see here. Isaac says, will you be doing another live stream soon? If so, when are you planning on doing so? Let's say we do another live stream in about a week or two. So I would say join me on Instagram, join me on Facebook, and join my email list at jakemace.com, because we will send updates when we schedule the next live stream. And so I would say please join those areas, connect with me. I have like almost 1,600 posts on Instagram. So we post like 10 things a day. And some of them are photos, some of them are videos. Some of them are photos and videos from my life. Some of them are training videos and meditation ideas. I think it's really inspirational stuff for most people. So definitely follow me on Instagram. It's a great way I can connect with you guys, and I'll be doing updates when we schedule the next live class. I think that the next live class should focus on either Tai Chi, or it should focus on real fighting and real sparring. Maybe I'll ask 2 of my senior students to come in and be my partners in the video, and we'll do some fighting and sparring in the next live stream, or we'll do Tai Chi, one or the other. So post your vote in the comments below what you want to see, the fighting and sparring or the Tai Chi. And the Warrior Bat Return says, I hope I'll be able to test some time for my yellow belt, despite I have a lot to practice to get better. Yes, so the Warrior Bat Returns is a member of our online school, and yes, you may test up in belt rank as part of the online school. It's free, doesn't cost anything. You have to learn the material that is in that playlist. So if you are a beginner, you must learn everything, and you must be able to do everything that's in the white belt playlist. Once you can do it on your own, you need to video yourself doing it, and then submit the video to us. Probably the best way to do that is do it on YouTube, and make the video unlisted or public, however you want to do it. If it's unlisted, you can copy the link and send it to me, and I'm the only one who can see it. And then I'll sit there and grade your test, and I'll advance you on to yellow belt, or blue belt, or green belt, or brown belt, or black belt. And it takes a few years to get to black belt. So start training now. Be diligent, be patient, because learning online is sometimes frustrating, but stay patient and think of it as a process. You're not supposed to get Kung Fu down on day 1. Gong Fu means mastery of a skill through time and effort. So I've been at the Summer Palace, the Yi He Yuan in Beijing, and I have drink tea. I have He Cha at the Yi He Yuan, and it's called Gong Fu Cha. The person there said 你要喝功夫茶吗? Do you want to drink kung fu tea? And I said, 功夫茶? What is that? And they said, well, it's tea brewed and poured through time and effort. And I was like, oh, that's right, gong fu cha. So time and effort with the online school, guys. Take your time, be patient, train hard. And I'm looking forward to grading your video test. It'll be a lot of fun. And if you want a belt and certificate, then we just ask that you just pay for the materials, the cost of them, and we'll send them to you. If you don't need the belt certificate, then it's free. You can just test and have the experience in your own body, in your own mind. You guys, I'm gonna start to close this out. We got 5 minutes left here, so if you have a question or you have anything you want to get off your chest, or I'll still do some more kung fu if you guys want to do some more movement. I'm still a little warm here. I haven't stiffened up yet. I just turned 34, so I've noticed that I need more. I'm not old yet by any means, but I do need more stretching at the end of a class than I used to. Banana Power asks, is it unhealthy that I can see my rib cage? Banana Power, I don't know. I don't think so. I can't see you, so I can't really say. But if I can show you mine, and you can of course see a rib cage on somebody, but you can see my rib cage here, but you actually, I'm not like a skeleton. So the goal is to be strong and have muscle, but not have a lot of fat, but also don't lose that muscle. So the goal with a kung fu or martial artist person should be to have athleticism. And the Shaolin monks originally started doing Shaolin Gong Fu because it allowed them to meditate for longer periods of time, and their Buddhism and their Taoism was enhanced by the martial art practice. And so if you think that you're too skinny, chances are you probably are. You probably know better than anybody else. So you might want to pick healthy foods to eat that are going to put some meat on your bones. So my student Jokum, you guys know Jokum in a lot of our videos. He's a second black student, helps me out a lot, and he's one of my friends as well. And Jokum recently has been telling me he's been carrying around a tub of peanut butter in his car that he eats throughout the day. So I was like, that's cool. I do things like that, you know. I went to hike the mountain yesterday with Jokum, and I brought a huge, like a baker's bowl, like a giant bowl of rice and homemade kimchi with olives, nutritionalized yeast, the Bragg family liquid aminos, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of rice vinegar, and some sea kelp, seaweed inside of it. And I ate half of the bowl of rice kimchi with bonus stuff before the hike and the other half after the hike. So I oftentimes will take food with me to go that I make so I can put healthy, nutrient-dense things in it, and I'll eat it throughout the day. So I'm not a licensed nutritionist, and I'm not a doctor, so I would definitely, if you're concerned, go talk to those people. But from my experience, what works for me is that you want to always replenish yourself within 30 minutes after your workout. So right now, if you guys worked out with me hard today, and you guys did the push-ups and the conditioning, you got a 30-minute window after we're done here to go put some nutrient-dense, and for me, I put plant-based food in my body. So I only eat vegan food, only plant-based food, no milk, no dairy, no meat, nothing from animals. I only eat plant-based food, but I do nutrient-dense plant-based food. And I eat that food within 30 minutes after my workout, because if I do not, then your body thinks that it's in starvation mode, and it will begin to eat your muscle as food, as fuel. And so you want to make sure that you're giving yourself nutrient-dense plant-based food within 30 minutes of your workout, so that your body uses that food to replenish the energy back into your body instead of using muscle to replenish it. It will also boost your metabolism and keep your firing on all cylinders. Let's see here. Kimchi is good as hell. Spicy kimchi for me, please. Yes, I make mine very spicy. And I just started making it. We have a video on the YouTube channel about how to make your own kimchi. It's like 5 videos back. Go check it out. The kimchi video. Brandon Goji says, not peanut butter. It's so acidic. Get him on whatever you're eating, Jake. I will. But I think he's on the right track. Everyone's got to figure out their own path for themselves. So I think Joachim's on the right path, but Joachim and I often eat together. I usually have to trick him into it because he's always trying to avoid going to eat with me. But whenever we do eat together, it's always a good experience. Roundhouse Logic says, how about some relaxing movement so I can relax and go to bed? Okay, let's do it. CL0619 says, I'm 259 pounds and I'm flexible, but not where I want to be. I'm trying to go down to 250 pounds. You know, I would say if it was me, if I was wanting to lose weight, I would definitely increase my intake of foods in their natural state from Mother Earth. So like fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. Anything man-made I would avoid. And so if you increase your fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, you'll definitely digest it faster and you'll be healthier as a result. Okay, let's close this class up today with some relaxing movements so we can all go to sleep. Get yourself in a position where you can sit. I'm sitting on a chair right now. And I want you guys to look at my feet. My feet are firmly planted on the ground. So right here, they're firmly on the floor, and my knees are in a rooted position, okay? And I'm gonna sit confidently as if my shoulders are down and my back is straight and my chest is open. And my hands are relaxed like this, resting on my legs. And I want us to start by taking a 5-second breath in with our eyes closed. Count to 5 in your mind. Then a 5-second breath out the mouth. We're going to keep this going, 5 seconds in the nose, 5 seconds out the mouth for 4 more breaths. Close your eyes and begin now. Now, if you guys can, I want you to lay down, either on the couch, on the floor, or in your bed. Lay down. And if you're laying down, I want you to continue with that 5-second breath in, 5-second breath out, but I want you to feel as if when you're exhaling, when you're breathing out, feel as if your body and your thoughts, so your body and your thoughts are melting into the ground while you exhale. So let's do it together. Breathe in. Muscles and thoughts melting into the earth as you exhale. Do this 4 more times, feeling like you're sinking deeper and deeper with each exhale, as if you are becoming the ground beneath you, you and the ground becoming one. Then right from there, either just go to sleep, lay back, and you're done for the day, or open your eyes and refocus your vision forward on me here. And that's a great beginner's way to meditate. Breathing first. Once you've done about 5 or 10 breaths, then focus on relaxing the body and the thoughts on the exhale. And relaxing yourself into the earth and feel yourself bonding to the ground beneath you. Great way to meditate, especially after a good Kung Fu class. If you guys, all the students are leaving, and you just kind of lay back on the ground and do your 5 or 10 or 20 breaths before you leave the school. Because if you're like me, as soon as I get home, the couch is calling and my training goes out the window. So do the training in the school before you leave. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. I really hope that you guys check out the online school. At least try it for a month, see what happens. If you have the money and you want to invest a year, please do the entire year. Follow me on Instagram, Jake Mace Tai Chi, and also Facebook at facebook.com/jakemace.taichi. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. You can email me at the email jakesystem@jakemace.com, or you can like my Jake Mace Facebook page and check me out there, where we just hit 12,000 followers on Facebook, and we also are almost at 250,000 followers on the Shaolin Center, the Tai Chi and Kung Fu Center with Jake Mace YouTube channel. Almost at 250,000. We have over 32 million views and 250,000 people follow us. I can't believe it. We get nearly 500 new followers a day. From every country on earth. We get emails from everywhere, from the Middle East, from India, Germany, UK, Canada, America, Mexico, South America, all over the place, Australia. I can't believe the amount of people who love Kung Fu, and I'm just really, really enjoying how modern day technology is allowing me to give you guys my experiences of this ancient art form that we call martial arts. So I love it, I love it. I love that we can touch and impact so many people. Even if a lot of them are negative, the overwhelming majority of them are positive. Look at most of our videos. Most of our videos have at least a 20 or 30 to 1 ratio, 20 or 30 likes for every 1 dislike. So I love that the majority of people love it. And I actually find that most of the dislikes, most of the trolls, are actually our biggest fans. They watch the videos the most. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks for training today. Please, guys, go and do a few stretches. I recommend going to the YouTube channel right now, clicking on the video that we just did. It's called Best Stretches for Martial Arts Flexibility, 1 through 10. Best Stretches for Martial Arts Flexibility, 1 through 10. Watch that video right now and do each of the 10 stretches right now, because stretching is truly an internal exercise and is one of my keys to relax myself before bed. Stretching, 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 and stretching right now when we're sweating and when we're warm. Thanks for watching, guys. I love coming to you guys with these videos. Please don't forget that it is better to train a little bit or to do anything as opposed to doing nothing. I just watched an interview with Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant has a reputation in the NBA of being one of the hardest workers in the room. And oftentimes he'll have a bad game, and instead of going home and thinking about it, he'll go to a local gym in the area and regain his rhythm, practicing till 2 or 3 in the morning in preparation for the game the next day to regain his rhythm. That's awesome. That's dedication. I think that somebody like Kobe or somebody like Bruce Lee has to be respected and held in high regard because they train so hard. They're amazing. But don't forget that Bruce Lee died at 32 years old, and Chuck Norris has a great interview out there on YouTube where he says that the reason Bruce Lee died was because he was taking muscle relaxers for his back problem, and they mixed poorly with antibiotics he was taking for a sickness he had, and boom, he had brain swelling, aneurysm happened, and he died of that. So don't forget that it's important to also be like Chuck Norris and know when it's time to rest and when it's time to stop, and be a warrior of balance. Don't be a warrior of craziness. Train hard, rest hard, and find some time to enjoy other skills in life in addition to Kung Fu. Be a master of the 5 excellences. Some of my excellences are Chinese martial arts, gardening, golf, hiking, and language, like Chinese language and other languages. I love studying martial arts, gardening, golf, hiking, and language. Those are my current 5 excellences. So have a life outside of martial arts. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys back here on my next video, and hopefully our next live class will be fighting or Tai Chi. Please share this video with all of your friends and let me know how your training goes by sending me a message or submitting a video that you give me the link of. I love you guys. Thanks for watching tonight. And be water, my friends. I'll see you guys next time. Jake Mace signing out.